Did you know 73% of candidates fear financial interviews the most? Today, we're diving into the top 5 Comptroller interview questions and providing example answers that will boost your confidence and get you ready for the big day. And there's one question that stumps even the savviest candidates: how to cut a department's budget by 10% without affecting operations. Here's an important question for Comptroller candidates. Describe an instance where your attention to detail prevented a potentially costly financial error. Interviewers ask this to see how effectively you can safeguard the financial health of the organization through meticulous oversight. To craft a standout answer, start by mentioning the specific financial document or report you were reviewing. This gives context to your story. Next, highlight the exact detail or discrepancy you caught, as this shows your keen eye for detail. Finally, discuss how you verified the information before taking action, demonstrating your thoroughness and reliability. Let me show you how to put this together.
During a quarterly financial review, I was examining the ledger and noticed an unusual variance in the accounts payable section. Upon closer inspection, I found a duplicated invoice entry worth $50,000. I cross-referenced the entries with the vendor contracts and confirmed the error. By promptly addressing this, I prevented a significant overpayment and adjusted the financial statements, ensuring accurate reporting for the quarter.
Let's dive into your most successful audit leadership moments. Here's a question you're likely to encounter in a Comptroller interview. Can you describe a time when you successfully led a team through a financial audit? What was the outcome? Interviewers ask this to gauge your leadership skills, ability to handle complex tasks, and how you drive successful outcomes in high-stakes situations. Let's dive into some key points to craft a compelling answer. First, include specific metrics like time saved or error reduction, as numbers stand out in an interview. Next, discuss how you balance team morale with strict audit requirements, which shows your ability to lead effectively under pressure. And finally, highlight a challenge you faced during the audit and how your leadership turned it into a win, demonstrating your problem-solving prowess. Let me show you how to put this together.
During a financial audit last year, I led a team tasked with reviewing our company's year-end accounts. We faced challenges with documentation completeness, which could have delayed the audit. I implemented a tracking system to ensure all documents were accounted for, reducing errors by 30%. Additionally, I held daily stand-up meetings to keep the team motivated and informed, which maintained high morale. As a result, we completed the audit 2 weeks ahead of schedule and received commendations for thoroughness.
Now, let's explore how you've cracked complex financial discrepancies. Let's dive into a common interview question for Comptroller candidates. Tell us about a challenging financial discrepancy you discovered in the past and how you resolved it. Interviewers ask this to understand your problem-solving skills and your attention to detail when managing financial integrity. To craft a standout response, consider these tips. First, use specific financial terms to demonstrate your expertise. This shows you're fluent in the language of finance. Next, highlight the investigative techniques you used to uncover the root cause, as this showcases your analytical skills. And finally, mention any process improvements you implemented to prevent future discrepancies, which can indicate your proactive approach to problem solving. Here's what a strong answer sounds like.
During a quarterly audit, I noticed an unexplained variance in our accounts payable, where expenses appeared higher than usual. I initiated a detailed review using forensic accounting techniques and discovered an error in vendor invoicing caused by a duplicate entry. I collaborated with the accounts payable team to correct the error and implemented a new verification process using automated checks to prevent similar issues. As a result, we reduced future discrepancies by 20% and increased our reporting accuracy.
You're halfway through. You've tackled details, audits, and discrepancies. Get ready for more insights. You're learning the questions, but knowing them isn't enough. Mock Interview Pro builds a Comptroller preparation plan. You practice answering out loud, get real feedback, and sit through a mock interview that feels like the real thing. Link in the description. Now here it is. The question we warned you about: trimming budgets without trimming operations. Now let's tackle a challenging question for many financial professionals. If you were tasked with reducing a department's budget by 10% without impacting operations, how would you approach this? Interviewers ask this to assess your strategic thinking and problem-solving skills under budget constraints. When answering this question, keep a few key strategies in mind. First, identify discretionary spending areas for potential cuts, such as travel or subscriptions, as these are often less critical to core operations. Next, engage with department leaders to uncover hidden efficiencies that may not be immediately obvious. Their insights can be invaluable. And finally, leverage technology to automate routine processes and reduce costs. ensuring you maintain service levels while cutting expenses. Here's what a strong answer sounds like.
In a previous role, I was asked to reduce our marketing department's budget by 10%. I started by reviewing all discretionary spending and found that our travel and conference budget could be trimmed without affecting our core activities. I then met with department heads and discovered we could automate our social media scheduling, saving both time and money. By implementing these changes, we not only met the budget cut requirement, but also maintained our campaign effectiveness.
Finally, let's look at how you'd prepare for a big expansion through financial forecasting. Here's a strategic question interviewers often ask. Imagine the company is planning an expansion. How would you prepare a financial forecast to assess the project's feasibility? This question helps assess your analytical skills and strategic thinking as a controller. To tackle this question effectively, start by analyzing historical data to establish a financial baseline, as this will ground your projections in reality. Next, identify key variables such as cost drivers and revenue streams specific to the expansion, since these will be crucial for accurate forecasting. Finally, develop multiple scenarios, optimistic, pessimistic, and realistic, to evaluate a range of potential financial outcomes and demonstrate your thoroughness. Let me show you how to put this together.
I would begin by analyzing the company's historical financial data to establish a baseline performance. Then, I'd identify key variables like cost drivers and potential revenue streams linked to the expansion. By developing 3 scenarios, optimistic, pessimistic, and realistic, I could model various financial outcomes. Additionally, I'd incorporate market analysis to assess demand and set pricing strategies. Finally, I would present these findings using clear visuals, highlighting both risks and opportunities for stakeholder review.
Your interview is coming. Stop preparing alone. Mock Interview Pro builds a controller preparation plan that adjusts to your timeline. Even if your interview is this week, it focuses on what matters most: targeted practice, AI feedback, and a live mock interview so you walk in calm and clear. Start your preparation plan now. Link in the description. In this video, we explored how attention to detail can avert financial mishaps, the art of leading a team through audits, and strategies for resolving financial discrepancies. We also discussed effective budget reduction and creating financial forecasts for expansions. You're now equipped with insights to excel as a comptroller in your next interview. If you found this helpful, be sure to subscribe for more tips. Go crush that interview.